Hi, I've read Western Lane by Chetna Maroo off the Booker Prize long list. This is the second book that I've read off the long list. I read Old God's Time back in January, so since the list was announced this week, this is the first one that I've read. It's a novel I'd never heard anything about. When it appeared on the long list, I thought, what? Where? And so I entered this one totally cold. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to make of it because it seems to, well, according to the blurb, it's about squash, a game that I used to play in my youth, but that was a long time ago. We see the world through 11-year-old Gopi's eyes, and she's just lost her mother, and her father is left to bring her up and her two older sisters. So what we have is a book about grief, but everything is really, really subtle and understated. Excuse me, I've got my notes here. We're shown how the family is coping or not coping with the loss of wife, mother, and we see everything through Gopi's eyes and through the conversations that she has with other people. Squash becomes very important. Her father takes her and her sisters to Western Lane Centre and becomes their coach. And it becomes, especially for Gopi, almost an obsession. And it's also a distraction. By concentrating so much on squash, it's taking them all away from the grief of losing the mother, from the empty hole that is now in their house. The girls play squash every day, coached by their father. At home, they watch videos again and again and again of squash matches, analysing them, talking about them, analysing the matches, talking about the matches, talking about everything except grief. They're not analysing their grief, they're analysing the matches. It's a coming of age story. It's Gopi's coming of age as she's dealing with losing her mum, dealing with first love. It's a story about the bond between the sisters, the bond between a father and a daughter. And it's so much more than a book about squash. And you've got symbolism in there as well. The buying of the new racket, of Gopi's new racket, it brought tears to my eyes, that particular scene. A lovely read. So that's Western Lane, Chetna Maroo. I've got 2 more that arrived from Amazon this week, so I'm going to be starting those. And I will let you know what I think as soon as I finish those. So, number 2 off the book along list. So happy reading. Take care.